listening to a special interview segment for the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com.
Okay, folks, joining us on the show this week, you have gotten plenty of free shirts from them courtesy of Top Rope Tuesday. It is Jake and Derek. For all the information on that, go to TopRopeTuesday.com. Jake and Derek, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us. How you doing?
We certainly appreciate you guys coming on. Conference call is going to be very tricky to do, but hopefully we can get this done. How you guys doing tonight?
We're good. Usual.
Yeah.
Just kind of sitting around, talking wrestling.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
That's kind of what we do all the time. Basically, what you guys do all the time is what we do all the time. And then you turn it into podcast and we turn it into shirt.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Good stuff. Speaking of the T-shirts, you go to TopRopeTuesday.com. You got a new shirt every week that's available for sale. Really good stuff. I like the designs that you guys do. And we certainly do appreciate you guys joining in with the T-shirt giveaways that we've been having over the past few weeks or months. We certainly appreciate you guys coming on the show as well, taking some time out of your day. How did you guys get together, and decide that you wanted to start making T-shirts?
We both. Oh, go ahead, Derek. No, you got it. Well, we both worked printing shirts for years, like in the same spot. Like we worked together just as screen printers, and we were always wrestling fans. Kind of how we became friends in the first place. And we had an idea for a wrestling shirt site like a long time ago. We were just like, nah, it would never work. And then, shows what we know. Then Barbershop popped up, and they blew up, and it was kind of like, oh, this would work. Good to know. And then fast forward a little while later, and then we end up with our own T-shirt printing business, and we're like, you know what? Maybe now's the time. Maybe we dig up that old idea. And we did, and there it is. Originally we were thinking of sort of more of a stock-based thing, and we couldn't wrap our heads around how to do that, and we eventually settled on, we sort of took the T-Fury model to things, and we were like, okay, let's just do limited runs, and that's where we're at.
Very nice.
Yeah, the first thing we actually did was Jake and I also produced films. It's kind of how we met as well. So we made a bunch of independent films, and we're currently working on this documentary that we're finishing up called I Am Santa Claus. And in it, we follow Mick Foley, who's this giant Santa, aficionado, in his first year of being a professional, dyeing his beard white Santa. And so Mick eventually, he loved the movie so much that he actually came on as a producer, and so we're just trying to raise some money for post. And so we decided he said, oh, let's do a Santa wanted shirt. And I was like, oh, great, Jake and I have like the perfect forum for it. And we did. That was the first thing we ran was the Mick Foley Naughty or Nice, the Santa Mick wanted Naughty or Nice shirt. And then we just haven't stopped since then.
Very cool. And, we got to talk to Mick Foley a few months ago about that Kickstarter, and I purchased the Mick Foley wanted shirt, the Cactus Jack, I should say.
Cactus shirt, nice.
Actually, all three of us have purchased T-shirts from you guys before we actually even got to talk to you. So it's it's really cool that happenstance comes around like that.
You guys,
yeah, that's really cool.
You guys mentioned Barbershop. You guys are kind of, sort of, maybe working with them now, or they're kind of like doing some of your shirts in syndication.
Barbershop, basically, we're basically kind of like we're official partners, but kind of unofficially we sell some of our past designs and some original designs over there, much the same way like wrestlers over on Pro Wrestling Tees do. We just kind of we just sort of like we get a cut, they get a cut. I mean, that's what we do over there. Like they're printing our designs because it was a perfect partnership because the way we're set up is we don't really do all of our shirts all the time, and they do. Like they're kind of so.
Right.
Yeah. The main thing we always had when we started the site is just do these limited runs. We'll print whatever we get. We'll send them out, and then people have really cool limited edition shirts. And we always kind of had this idea that we would sell them to other T-shirt sites if they wanted them when they were done, because we just weren't going to use them. And then, the guy who had Barbershop wound up selling it to this guy Ryan in Chicago, who's done like really, really great things with the site. He owns the Pro Wrestling Tees and 1 Hour Tees.
and they do all like direct-to-garment stuff, which basically you order one shirt, they just print you one shirt, which we just physically cannot do. So it's just a really cool model, and he's just actually a super cool guy. He does really, really good stuff with all the indie guys, and yeah, really good dude. It's a really, really, really nice partnership.
Very cool. Who comes up with the ideas? Like, do you guys have like a brainstorm every once in a while, or is it sort of a week-by-week process?
Derek's the design guy. Don't you watch the show?
When we first decided to open the site, we sat down and we were like, all right, we're not going to do this unless we can come up with a full year's worth of like 52 designs. And we did. We sat down and came up with it, and then barely touched that list. We just ended up coming up with ideas on the fly each week, and it was kind of weird. But yeah, we both kind of think them up, and Derek does all the design. I'm kind of stupid with graphic design.
Yeah, don't you watch the YouTube show, man?
I do watch the YouTube show. I was one of the first people to post that I was a fan on the first episode.
Yeah, that's more real than you probably realize. that show is more accurate. We don't have a crazy, Gordon Gekko looking boss, but other than that, it's pretty spot on.
It's completely identical. Yeah, the first day we were shooting, just like, all right, I guess we really got to crap up the office here, and then we just looked around, like, that's perfect.
That's literally what we like. It was like that pool table is literally where I sort tables, sort shirts.
Yeah.
Speaking of the show, why is Young Man such a dick?
That has been our running gag, like just in our own personal lives. Like he just is a dick. Like we don't understand it. He'll just he waits till you walk by and he like runs like under your feet trying to he's a dick.
Nice.
But
basically. Cats follow the Geneva Convention. There's a certain thing, like when you fight with a cat, like if you give them your hand and they land on their back, and you pet their belly and they start fighting you with your hand, they're not allowed to attack anything other than your hand. That's the rules. Young Man, he will just go right after your face. He'll just go right after like the back of your leg. Like,
yeah, he cheats. He doesn't fight like a standard cat.
He doesn't fight like there's just no rules. It's guerrilla warfare. The cat's a dick.
Such a dick. So
he's just a dick.
So
we could probably fill like an entire video of just outtakes of Young Man doing like the opposite of what we want. Like sometimes we would just film Young Man and then we would just kind of make whatever he did do work for the story. Because if we ever tried to actually get him to do something, he just wouldn't do it. It's as if like we said, he's a dick. It's as if he knows when he's being filmed because as soon as we stop filming, he'll go and do exactly what we wanted him to do.
I will make a bold prediction and say if y'all release that video, that would be your most watched video.
It probably, as we've
just talk about, yeah. You know what? I was actually watching. I was cutting one today, and he's just sitting like on me. Like if you sit down, he'll sit on you. And we're shooting this one, and he's not supposed. He's supposed to be gone. Like I'll give you a little preview of some of the weeks to come. Young Man gets out, and Steve goes to find him because Steve hates him the least of all of us. And so he's just like, why is that door open? Is Young Man here? And it's like, no, he's not here. And he just jumps on Jake's lap. We're just like, go. Like, we had to lock him outside because he just kept ruining the shot. Yeah.
So who is Young Man's actual owner? Like, kayfabe me if you have to. In my head, you both own him as like partners. So please.
We actually cut a line from the pilot where we pointed out that Young Man owns the shop.
Yes.
He owns the garage, and then Jake and I we just happen to be there.
Yeah. He's
but it is. Yeah, he's the shop cat. He actually is the shop cat. We don't bring him in for shoots. He lives. That's his house.
He lives there. It's because we print in an old garage that used to be where me and my brother lived, and now it's just where we print. And Young Man, he was my cat. Now he still just kind of lives there. So it's pretty much like his apartment now. Like
y'all are imposing on him.
Young Man has he pretty much has no owners. He just has people that periodically come in and dump food in front of him.
So y'all are imposing on him, which could be the reason why he is such a dick.
Why he's such a dick?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how does Steve come in?
What's that?
Steve is Steve. Well, I guess we made movies before. Currently making movies, but Steve was an actor we found who we shot this. It's called Vacation. You can pick it up somewhere. I don't know. It's available everywhere. But in it, Jake and I, we're in it, and we had to find a guy who was just. I play this controversial Russian. This hypersexual controversial Russian, and the movie ends with a controversial off with someone trying to out shock the other person. And I knew that no one would go as far as me. And so we had to find someone who was crazier than I would be willing to go because I had to lose. I was the bad guy. And so then we held this open audition, and then Steve shows up, and we're just asking him all this, like, really stupid stuff that we're just like, so are you okay with full frontal nudity? He's like, on me? Like me doing it? Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're just like, all right, would you have a problem with having simulated sex with an old woman? And he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And they were just like, great, you're hired. You're an excellent actor, and you're willing, and you have no scruples. And then he thought we were joking. And then sure enough, that's what he had to do. And he did it, and he killed it.
And so that's pretty much, he's our go-to. It's like, oh, wait a minute. So wait, this is just me, Derek, and Young Man in this show? Yeah, we need a good actor. And so that's when we bring in Steve. We need at least one good actor.
Very nice.
Yeah, we need a good one.
How much of the show is a piece of your actual real life? Do any of y'all actually sleepwalk? Does the talk of business make you gag? You know,
the business thing. That's actually a lot of the tragic flaws in this show that we do are kind of opposite. Like the business talk, like I can't stand. Like if someone like with an extension calls me, or like somebody who wants to like, it's just anything business or corporate makes me like on edge. And so, you know, of course, we just kind of we take real life, turn that up to 11, and then make that the show. Like
Jake and I actually, we bought, you know, going back to, we owned a screen printing shop. Like Jake and I were working for a screen printer. The opportunity came up for Jake and I to purchase the screen printing shop. And we're just like, well, I guess we're 30. We should probably be grown up. And so we bought it, and we hated it. Like, it was the worst, like, trying to run a business. And we
have a desk and, like, deal with walking in customers.
You had to be at a place at a time. You couldn't drink there, which towards the end of it, when we knew we weren't going to be there anymore, we started doing. But it was just like, after about 6 months of it, we were just like, we got to get out. And that's when we really pushed hard for the website. So after about 6-7 months of actually running a screen printing shop, we actually got to the point where, like, we said, all right, well, if we get rid of our rent from the screen print shop, we can move to the garage, and then we should be able to make enough money on the website to actually make more than if we had the show. Let's just do it. And we did. So one day we just got out. Like, we just broke our lease, and literally in the middle of the night, we took all of our desks and everything out. And we're just like, we're online from now on, go now. So the whole business everything is just the opposite of what we.
Very cool.
It's like, because now we'll sometimes it seems like we get more people, like more of like our friends, friends and people we know that that would been jobs that we would have loved to book back when we had a t-shirt company, or just like, oh hey, I need shirts. It's like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. It's almost like that episode of South Park where like Cartman had the amusement park that you couldn't go to, and then everybody wanted to. So it's like, as soon as we stopped, like, where were all you guys when we were doing the 9 to 5 boring stuff?
Starving to death.
Yeah.
So do you guys do the t-shirt gig full time, or is this something y'all do on the side? You know, when coming home from the.
This is what you watch is what we do.
Literally what we do.
That's
like,
it.
I believe Derek's line in the beginning was, "I make just enough money so my wife doesn't resent me." That is absolutely, literally true with us. Like, we are not rolling in money. We are not. We just kind of. We're doing it because we do the movies, but that's not a job. It's kind of well, it's a job, but it's not like a paying job yet.
Yeah,
so we do that.
Jake and I have always. Jake's an actor, and I'm a writer and a producer, and like we've always kind of needed these super flexible schedules. So when we shot the Santa movie, I don't know, Mick was 1/5 of it. So I probably spent total of maybe like 15 days with Mick over the whole year. But there was 5 other guys that I followed. So I was pretty much on the road for near 4 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And so we kind of needed these flexible schedules. So it's just kind of something we got used to doing. And so we pretty much, handle, we tweet and stuff like that. We do the live tweet, and then we'll do the videos. We'll shoot like one weekend every 2 months, and then we'll come together. And I'll make graphics all the time. But pretty much we're in the shop about 2 days a week. And, 2 days that's because we just drink a lot. While we're there, we could get everything done in one day if we could get there in a reasonable hour, but we don't. So
very cool. So do y'all print in bulk, or do y'all sort of gauge how many shirts y'all how many orders you have, and then go from there?
Basically, what we say on the website, and a lot of our regular customers who I adore. they kind of get it and they understand what it is. Some new people, it takes them a while to understand. But like basically at the end of the week, we total up those shirts and we order exactly that. You know, get them kind of overnighted, and then we print. So basically, like everything gets printed all together at the end of each sale, and then there's some stuff that's available, you know, all the time, and we keep those around the shop.
So,
but yeah, it's basically like one big order a week, I'd say.
Yeah, what that does for us is, like, I'm sure you guys can attest to. I don't know if you've gotten shirts from other, like even like WWE shirts and stuff like that. Like they're kind of chalky and they're not that great a quality of your shirt. So, I mean, what that allows us to do is, like, we can kind of do a really cool design and then just run them all at once. And then when you place a bulk order on our end, we can offer them for a lot cheaper than you get from elsewhere, and then we can get a better quality shirt than most people can get for that kind of price. So we basically collect a wholesale order and then kind of give everybody a kind of, I mean, I like our price. I feel $15 for a shirt is a wrestle shirt. It's pretty good.
Absolutely.
In this day and age of $30 WWE shirts.
Definitely.
I know some of like my personal favorite designs from you guys, but what are some of you guys like personal favorite ones that you put out?
I'm wearing the New Jersey is Raw one right now, which is no longer the one that's New Jersey that looks like, you know, the WWE logo, which is no longer available because evidently WWE had a problem with it. Put it up in Barbershop and they were just like, get it out of there. We're just like, I would have.
Yeah, we did all 50 states over on Barbershop, and they were like, okay, I guess that was kind of us rubbing it in their faces. I don't know, but.
Jake, what are you wearing right now, Jake?
What am I? Oddly enough, I'm wearing a Barbershop shirt, so it's I kind of killed it. But no, earlier today I had I had this Art WrestleBear shirt on, so
nice.
Yeah.
So that's probably that's one of my favorites. What's that?
This is our wardrobe. This is all we wear because all we have anymore is Top Rope Tuesday shirts because we'll always print. Well, you want one now? I want one. Print them. And it's gotten to the point now where we can't take any more shirts home. So now we just print one in a medium, which Jake is a medium and I am squeezing into hilariously a medium. But so we just keep that one at the shop for whenever we shoot the videos.
Very nice.
Yeah, just because like I mean my closet was just getting ridiculously full, so I was like, all right, here's the shirts I'm going to keep in the shop for when we shoot videos, and then here's the ones I'm going to wear. So the ones I actually wear on the reg, like, you know, so I guess that would qualify them as my favorite designs. Would just be our standard our WrestleBear shirt that we did for our year anniversary. That was cool. Obviously, I love the Punk Wolverine. That was one of our that was like our first big hit other than Mick Foley, and I like Dusty, but that's also got taken down.
So
WWE had a problem with Dusty too, but.
Who's behind the Joy Division and the Sex Pistols designs?
That was all Derek.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, those are super cool.
Yeah, we came up with the Indies Ramones one, and that was a big hit. And we were like, all right. And I mean, I'm a huge punk rock fan. Like, that's like I'm always trying to figure out, you know, how we can work like a Clash logo or something like that in. And then you know, Derek came up with that one. I was like, yes, do that.
You got to get to him before Ultraman is black because he's going to take all the fucking punk bands.
I know. Yeah, that's part of my closet. I've got his Bad Brains shirt. I've got his Black Flag shirt.
Yeah. Jake's closet.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys,
that was I actually asked that on Twitter one time and nobody guessed it. I asked like what wrestler I personally, you know, not made by us, I own the most merch of, and it was Ultraman is Black. I've got an absurd amount of his stuff. I've got like his every color he's released of the Jawbreaker, like when it pains a Roar shirt, I have like every color he's released. So I have an insane amount of UMB as well. Awesome. Yeah, I don't have like, you know, those like, you know, on your nice chairs in your living room, you have like a little like thing draped over the back. I have like Ultramanus Black Rudo rally towels on my chairs and everything. It's just
nice. Very cool.
Well, I gotta ask. This is not related to you guys, but I did see you guys live tweeting the "You Only Live Twice." So, what did you guys think of the return show?
I was impressed with the quality of the feed compared to the last show. To this one was awesome. Like they definitely stepped that up. I liked the arena setup. It was bizarre seeing such a huge, deep crowd for a Chikara show.
Right.
And then even on commentary, they were talking about they're just like, we're not used to being 20 rows away from the action. They're just so. But no, I dug it a lot. I liked. I thought did you I almost left the house because the feed ended. Did you watch the whole?
We were actually at a con in Houston, and I actually watched the replay as soon as I got back, so I didn't see it live.
Yeah, I was like my girlfriend's like hounding me to go do something, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'll go take the train, and I'm like halfway out the door, and I hear like, oh, we're not off the air yet, and I turn around and I just see that whole big ridiculous ending. Yeah, like I thought, I don't think it's either their fault. I think they were both just kind of like tired and in an awkward position, but that was a pretty weak finish to the title match. Like I didn't even think the Chikara special was even locked in that strong. Like I was just kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, I think they said afterwards Icarus like had a concussion like in the match. I guess.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like they both looked beat, and they just like he was just in an awkward position on him, and it would have been more awkward if he like repositioned himself. So
right.
I totally get why they just went for the finish. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I liked it a lot. I'm just so happy to see them back.
Yeah, it was very cool. Well, as like t-shirt makers, I'm going to ask you about it. Worker Ants gear, best gear like ever, or what? Like the new like.
I always there's a place in my heart for the classic Worker Ant where he just got to like wheel out a briefcase and everything. Like I just thought, I was like, oh, it's the 9 to 5 like in the Rat Race Worker Ant, and then he comes out like full blown like construction, black. I thought those things were lighting up for a second, but they were just kind of shiny. But yeah, no, I dug it. I like new Worker Ant.
Super cool. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack with the Chikara thought.
No. We were on another podcast a while ago, and I just kept going off on Chikara tangents because like they'd keep asking us about like our personal taste in music, and I just kept talking about Chikara. So
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Go ahead.
But kind of going back to your Russell Bear T-shirts and stuff like that. I absolutely love the one that I got. Your logo is the bear and wearing the singlet. It's you can alter it in so many different ways. Where did you guys come up with the idea for the bear?
That was when we were just sitting down. When Jake said we were writing that list of 52, shirt designs we were trying to come up with. We were just like, all right, well, I mean, we need a mascot, I guess, And I'm just like, I don't know. I guess we just animals. I guess I don't know, like a bear with like a singlet, like a wrestle bear. And Jake's like, that's as good as we're gonna get. Just make it.
I think we were preparing for the fact that like we wanted to have like a logo, like a recognizable logo. Like it can't just always just be the words Top Rope Tuesday. There's got to be kind of something we can put on stickers, something we could put on a T-shirt, and like places like T Fury have like the bird, like Derek said. It's just kind of I guess it's usually an animal, and so he put a singlet on a bear, just like he just kind of whipped it up real quick, while we were at work one day. I was like, yep, that's it.
Very nice. Keeping it simple and just. And it works. Yeah. Like ours is a luchador mask.
We don't waste time getting things right. We just say this is the way it is,
and people can like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, if we can like crack each other up within like 5 minutes of creating something, we're just like, all right, yeah, that'll work. So like we sort of like made Wrestle Bear, and then we just kind of like both started doing like. Because Wrestle Bear's got like a whole voice and speech pattern, and we just started making up things Wrestle Bear would say, and we were like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Well, Wrestle Bear is a Canadian black bear, so he's there will be a short featuring Wrestle Bear.
Oh, very nice.
That'll be coming out. So he's a very polite gentleman, but he will bite your fucking face off.
Well, I'm not sure if you guys are aware or not, but Tyler has the nickname "Don't Call Me a Bear" because last name is A Bear. And
that's a great last name.
Yeah, I fell in love when I first saw the Wrestle Bear. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this.
Yeah. Oh man, A Bear.
That's not gonna do you any favors. If you're wearing a Wrestle Bear shirt. Yeah, you don't want to be called a bear.
Oh yeah, I know, but I guess since my name, I've taken to it. I like stuff with bears now.
Yeah, right. You got to own it. You got to own it before somebody else can give you any help for it. And I like A Bear because that's a good last name.
Yeah, we're gonna change it from now on. It's just A Bear.
A Bear.
Does Tyler get 10%?
Archibald Bear. I don't know.
Much like how Big E lost his last name and Cesaro lost his first name. It's just A Bear from now on.
Just A Bear. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People started contributing bear puns to him. We had a whole segment that people love.
Oh man,
so.
It's like now I embrace it, and like I have this shirt of this lumberjack punching a bear in the face.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen. Yeah, I saw somebody, one of our like Twitter followers posted that.
Yeah. So I don't know why. Now I'm like, I wasn't with it until like I joined the podcast, and then I was like, okay, I'll go. I mean, I'll embrace it. So.
Yeah, that happened with us too. Like I said, it's in real time. I just described to you exactly how long it took for us to come up with our mascot. And since then, you can see the lawn ornament that we painted the singlet on. That's in the shorts, and there's like a bunch of other like just bear. I was in Portland the weekend, and I found this awesome painting of a bear in a suit, and now that's Rockefeller Bear, and we're gonna hang that up in the office, and that is gonna be Russell Bear's great grandfather. So we're trying to create there's bear stuff everywhere around now.
Nice,
very cool. We do have one final question for you guys as we get ready to wrap things up. We have been doing the Top Rope Tuesday Clutch City Productions Challenge every week on the show, giving people a scenario or making them say something on our page, on our our YouTube comments as well. And we would wonder if you guys would do the honors of issuing the next Top Rope Tuesday challenge.
Oh my!
Oh, jeez. You know what? I would be. I'm always tempted to say someone give us a good shirt idea, but no one's ever given us a good one. So if someone can give a good shirt idea, then we'll
they will win the shirt they designed for free.
Yeah, we'll give them two. We'll give them the one, and then whenever we get around to printing the good shirt, but it has to be good. We're not just going to take the best of the worst. Like, they got to give us something good.
Okay, that sounds like a good challenge. Create your own idea for Top Rope Tuesday, and we'll get it to you guys to check out. And if any of them are acceptable to your high standards, or worthy, then they will be the proud recipient of that Top Rope Tuesday.
I think we have high standards, as if we haven't like put out shirts that have stunk. we've had some failures, but. But now our standards are high. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Highlight the positives, forget the negatives. Come on, guys. But for all of your Top Rope Tuesday needs, go to topropetuesday.com. Follow you guys at Top Rope Tuesday on Twitter. Check them out on YouTube by searching Top Rope Tuesday. Hilarious videos.
You're fucking up if you're not watching the YouTube show.
Yeah, very good stuff.
Please give our best to a young man.
He won't appreciate it.
Yeah, he won't appreciate it.
Like, I know.
We'll let him know.
Such a dick. So, but Jake and Derek, it has certainly been a pleasure. We certainly appreciate you guys taking some time out of your day to come on the show.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we'll catch you all later.
All right.